match that macro style that Team Liquid ID can get using this chip.
We had a consensus that the trio mid of Rrq is very strong with the Suyo, and then you have the Juicin, the Franco as well to set up the pickoffs. But how would you rate the trio mid from TLID? The hook though.
On to Witty. Lifted by the Lantern Flare, just a bit of poke over to Witty.
Yes, you were saying, what was the question?
The trio mid from TLID, how does it fare against the Suyo, Franco, and Juicin?
At least in the early game, I don't think it fares at all, man. This composition isn't really meant to really brawl. Unless they can really allow Yeheskiel to stay completely untouched. But that's wishful thinking there. And oh man, the hooks already, there's some pressure coming through from Rrq. A lot of skill shots.
Yeah. Strong zoning tools that they have. The hook in and of itself is a zoning tool to put TLID and keep them in check.
Antara TLID lawan
Hands of Rrq, Sutsujin trying to bash it down. Again, Dyron just frontlining.
Spread already used. Ling still on the purple buff. Oh, they're not going to commit onto the turtle.
Maju terus Diren.
Reset, giving Fabian a chance to contest for this one. Purple buff taken. Fabian, Finch poise. Reset one more time. Aran going to be lifted up. Now it's going to be all in with the crash course in the back.
Mati Aran. Mati Indo. Mati Diren.
Claims a kill. Witty knocked up. Oh, crash course.
Sutsujin mati.
Sutsujin low. Fabian gets away.
Oh, that's a win for TLID. We thought that the early game would be in favor of Rrq, but that swings things around. That's a snowball for TLID.
It's how the fight got started, man. Team Liquid ID are able to output a lot more burst damage immediately, and once they got the pickoffs, once they got the damage, they immediately moved to escape. Rrq, if they really want to get ahead, they need to try and make a play happen.
Langsung dimakan Fabian. Nice. Di all in.
A shutdown on the usurper.
That tips the scales. Ling shut down, so Rrq now they can take a deep breath.
They can take a deep breath.
From the carry level 4. Definitely a unique thing to be looking at. But again, Rrq, they have to try and make the fights happen off the back of an iron hook or something like that. They need to be the ones aggressing. But look at Dyron already taking a ton of damage here, already spreading.
Yep, that's info, at least for
That's
TLID.
wild, He's just spreading.
Spreading away. That's Sutsujin again, just getting prio on the turtle. Rinse with the zoning capabilities that the Juicin has. Will push away Fabian. Traction pulse.
Over to Rins. The stun as well. That's gonna be out of the power wall. There's Fabian with a steal! From out of nowhere, no purple buff. But he's got that flare back.
The usurper runs down the turtle and
Di
it's all
public udah.
snatched.
Numaret.
Get it all for themselves.
What a steal there from Team Liquid ID out of nowhere. Rrq set that
Nama
up so good as well. They were zoning the members of Team Liquid ID away from the objective, leaving Sutsujin to
Zoning,
deal with
makanya zoning.
the turtle one-on-one. But that's the advantage of the Ling. But look at the talent prediction, man.
Yang main siapa?
Papu not alone.
Wait,
so
look at KB. What's that?
Whoa.
Oh, it's a coach?
Oh!
The MVP is the
I didn't know
coach?
we can do that.
KB?
I would want to do that too.
You put SQ. That's the MVP then.
Interesting.
Oh, is there an analyst logo? Give it to NMM. Oh, Witty with a flicker. Away from Iron Hook at the crash course. With the shortcut. Fabian looking for the play onto Toy. Now pops in retribution and will be able to go for the
Mati Toy.
damage. Oh my lord, a change CC with the traction balls. Oh, yes!
Stunnya skill, cok. Kejar Aran. Gebuk. Gebuk lagi. Gebuk. Yudanya Aran asli gitu.
Wow! The young stallions charge forth, giving no space to breathe for Rrq. And TLID, their early aggression counterbalances what Rrq is bringing to the table with the trio mid.
And they're doing a great job using the numbers advantage they're able to get using the chip to really force Rrq going for these big plays, these dives almost immediately. Dyron with the blade armor first item, completely expecting Yeheskiel to shred it down. With Rrq not really being able to get anything going with the iron hooks there, Team Liquid ID are turning the aggression around. Witty with the flicker sideways to dodge from the hook. That's a new one, man. Rrq definitely have to think twice before trying to go for another engage.
And the kills as well, just attributed to the core members of TLID. Fabian with 2, Yeheskiel with 1, and Kyo as well getting 1 himself. So at least they could speed things up with their items, loading in their inventory. So far, Turtle next in the menu for both teams. But look at Witty. He's up top. He could always take the shortcut. He could always take the Y-walk passive. Just pop up down to the bottom side.
Masih
The
turtle
Ling as
2.
well has that side lane presence that could really help.
Oh, no Crimson Beacon, and the turtle got reset. Winnie in the back again. Eat out the bloody help, but the shortcut already placed out.
Mati itu dimakan.
Oh no, the rest of the cavalry will charge through.
Kyo gets the kill, and Toy is just zoned out. Rin
Mati
still
Rin.
with the lantern flare. He has to run for his life.
Nggak dimakan.
Turtle will be what they go for. Fabian was able to steal it. Sutsujin will not. Fabian, two turtles.
XP tuh penting banget di turtle.
For 2 for TLID.
There's a steal there from Iran. Didn't even flinch. Team
Nggak
Liquid
berani
ID did
ada
a great
orang,
job
nggak
here,
boleh
just
masuk
shutting down
setuju.
all the aggression. RRQ tried to wait wait a second.
Traction pump.
Gila Aaron.
With a big bonk onto the head of Rins. Fabian now jumping on the Sutsujin. That's going to be the Soul Sever trying to survive again.
Fabian
He just waited
Sutsujin.
for the blade surge. Sutsujin will be able to get it.
Dairen mati lagi. Dairen mati lagi.
But Fabian gets Tyron, and now TLID rampaging towards RRQ. They run for the hills.
Ini meeting asli
The
loh.
young stallions, the cavalry are charging through the RRQ Testudo.
Rusuh banget.
It's too much damage, too much aggression. 5k gold lead, and you can see the moment Edog is out of the equation, the moment the Bloody Hunt is no longer a problem, Aran springs into action, Fabian springs into action. RRQ are having a deficit of crowd control tools. This is what we're talking about. When Edog and Dairen can't stave up, doesn't have the tools to make the plays happen, they are struggling.
Oh, traction pulse. Oh, double death sonata. So many projectiles.
The poke, the canning potential that TLID has. And now let's talk about the early game for the trio mid. Obviously, yo!
Scalar.
That's a lot of good day. That's not a good day, that's a good week.
That's almost six days out of
6
7.
days,
all right, there's one day that he's not gonna have a good day. Oh, never mind, that extra. Okay, it's 7 days.
It is 7
days.
days. Oh boy.
Shout outs to the Crown Prince. Is he even going to be still in RRQ is the
Kopi
question.
gede.
Yeah, that's the big question, man. Everyone's anticipating that
Indeed.
possibility. That RRQ. Now, they're trying to talk to Faith, but ooh, Team Liquid ID are behind them at this point.
Do they know?
This could be a big play.
Oh, Fabian shows himself.
Is it a bait though?
And RRQ.
Edog,
Might look for a play. E-Dog sensing him. But no, the recall will come through. Oh, he cancels it.
Oh, Toy gonna be revealed here. That's crash course and all in. Oh,
Mati.
with a killing spree! What an ambush! Oh no, Edog all alone in the bush. The usurper spots him.
E-Dog fed to the wolves, or rather the stallions.
Dibantai cuk.
And now RRQ down to 2 men.
Kurang
Well,
cuk masalahnya.
TLID
Zukisin di
full
sini nih.
control
Butuh
of
damage
this
magic lebih.
game so far.
The read from Team Liquid ID, dude. They read RRQ completely like a book.
Kira deh,
Toy
yes.
and
Yang
Edog
sakit
falling
banget itu
victim.
Kimi.
The Lord falling into the hands of Team Liquid ID as well. RRQ were relying on getting a strong early game, but now they're forced to contend with a late game Ranger, late game Kimi, and late game Ling on top of the chip threat. It's looking tough for RRQ, man. If they want to defend, they have to pull out all the stops, do all the outplays, all the unpredictable moments here. They're relying only on Toy and the fact that he can output more quote-unquote burst damage from the gold lane, and that's the only hope RRQ are hanging on to right now.
Yeah. And top side turret taken down. It's just to the inners now. And TLID, they're taking their time, stabilizing the lanes to create a tri-push up top, at mid, and down bottom. And Fabian also has that presence. Look at Witty, so far as well. And always
Ngapain
ready to
Dairen?
pop the shortcut. RRQ, all they have to do is defend.
A charge into the mid lane. Tyron poked down again. Slow push from TLID. In the bottom lane, Sutsujin will be able to deal with it. No holy defense procced.
Kok dapat
Hold
semua
the
sini cuk?
Rins in the mid lane, and they will
Granger
not
Kimi
be able
apa yang
to
di
push
band
further.
RRQ?
A slight win for RRQ. The holy defenses are still up, so at least there's hope.
Definitely is, but a 9k gold lead, Team Liquid ID are gonna try and force more things on RRQ. They do know they don't have a lot of burst damage, a lot of long range either. They don't really want to risk anything, so they back away immediately, go back to farming, because as you guys were mentioning, this is a very greedy composition. But with the map control that Team Liquid ID have, they can farm up for themselves and RRQ's jungle and get something, but whoa!
Blade surge. Oh, that's why the traction pulse is kind of broken, yo. It's
really
an
is.
initiation. It's a
It
pick
sucks
off.
you in.
Oh man.
It's so long
Suck
range,
you in.
It's also AoE technically. Rrq trying to find something, gets a hook.
Oh!
But it's only onto Witty. He likes that around in the back line, trying to disrupt again. And Rrq, despite the hook, despite the bloody hunt, they'll be the ones zoned away from their purple. Simsujin, no retribution. A Queller.
Ooh, Fabian gets it.
It's Fabian.
Was that a read though? I think Ida was trying to get Fabian potentially when he's dashing in to try and get that purple. You saw the angle on the iron hook is kind of slightly tilted.
But there's no bloody hunt.
There wasn't. So there was no way to follow up behind that hook if it connects. But now then, the big problem for RRQ
Gak usah
is
farming
this
satu Jin.
Hilda
Ditungguin.
that is just running around, body blocking every damage. How do they deal with Iran now?
Well, with time, with gold, Toy will be able to deal with Iran quite handily. This isn't the Vengeance Hilda, this is the Sprint Hilda. So at least that is a possibility. But he's going to have to try and do that while dodging damage coming in from Skill, Kill, and Fabian. So that's the tall order. Edo has to stop potentially 2 members as well from diving towards that backline. And Daiwen can't really do as much on this glue. So he potentially is going to be sent to try and zone Skill or Fabian.
Yep.
But again, probably not with this Lord. I think RRQ are going to be forced to give this one up just to get some more farm.
Apa yang
get some more
dikontes?
items, and make the big decisive moment when they are better odds for them.
When did they start? Dude, that was so quick. They took the Lord like it was nothing.
Dalam
Give me
dapat.
damage.
It's another minion. 2TL.
Yep. They relinquish all control. That's from RRQ.
Almost a 4K gold lead for Kyo on that Granger, dude. What the heck?
10.8K, 11K, totaling now for TLID with a gold lead. Oh, a hook!
No,
But
there's
it's
no
Iran.
way. Not on Aran.
Yep.
And the
Tunggular,
hesitation
tunggular,
has
tunggular,
caused that.
tunggular.
The fact that Typical ID have members that can tank that hook with little to no risk. That's the big problem here. They're going to require Toy to follow up as well when they do commit that bloody hunt. So RRQ, they're just stuck with so many questions but so little potential answers here. As Team Liquid ID already setting up for a 3-wave push. Let's see how RRQ try and save this.
Have to defend their castle walls. Uh-oh, Dragon Falls. Crimson Beacon pop.
Oh, big resource. Massive resource used up already. Turret number 1 in the mid lane.
Dapat satu, Jok.
Into the back line, and that's going to be Toy with a kill.
Oh, Fabian gets the kill. Or rather,
Indo,
that was kill.
mati
Fabian
Sujin.
dancing with the blades.
Way too quick. A shortcut to the back. That's going to be the gun. Diver to the back. Looking for the play.
Demi Granger. Itu ketempelan.
The crystal is open, and the young stallions charge to the very castle
Terbang
of the
banget satu.
kingdom. They are toppled down in game 1.
Wow.
Now that's a statement.
That is a statement.
They denied all of the drafting tools that RRQ were able to get. They denied the micro adjustments in the execution by RRQ as well. And look at how they ended their
Terlalu sulit. Apa itu, Cuk? Rambutnya merah. Fabian. Wih. Fabian playing good, Fabian. did a good day today. Kok pipis tuh? Ini arena. Mana arenanya? Even higher than before. Dia nggak 60 fps. Hidup. Ngapain? Hmm. Menempel apa ini? Bau banget bangsat. Mandi kamu, mandi. Lima kill ya. Mati lagi dok. Aran yang mati, indok mati. Daerah dapat. Nice, flicker. Melawan Rrq. Menit. Kursi nanti. Ding.
Toy, no flicker, good,
Mati,
nice
Toy.
Toy. Tsunami slam into the back line, but Fabian has a touch of the blades. Rin's waiting
Oh,
there.
ini
Edok will be
Rins.
taken out to find plays. Now, oh, Rin's
Tutor.
trying to go in, kill, purify.
The lift off and Sutsujin as
Apa
well
tuh,
next
apa
to
tuh?
bite.
Gasin
That's
terus.
the lift off going in
Gasin
towards
terus.
Sutsujin and Dyren. They have to run and save themselves.
Uh-oh, Dyren trying to run away. Spread, doesn't save it. Traction pulse. And kill finds the kill.
TLID coming
Tuh,
out on top
kalau mau
again.
pakai Zuxin,
Never stopping their charge.
Toy, I don't
pasang
know.
lagi
Toy!
damage magic
He
lain.
gets away, good
He has the
minute.
penetrate, yeah.
All right, bit of a lull in the action. A Team Liquid ID with a 1K gold lead.
Jangan dia jadi damage magic sendiri sih.
RRQ trying their best to kind of match the unpredictability, the aggression of the Team Liquid ID. And man, sometimes it doesn't really work in their favor. Look at this, Aran.
Locked up, Fabian walks in, xixixi wins on the retreat battle, Tsunami Slam! Aran taken out.
At least that's an answer to stop the Hilda from just rampaging in the back. The Tsunami Slam is going to be crucial. But look at Witty. He's just dancing around and hiding in the bush. Toy might be next on the menu, but no. Witty will take his time.
Well, he's still there, though. There's still a chance he's going to try and go for something with the purple buff coming up. That could be the angle here. He's going to wait for Sutsujin, perhaps.
But RRQ is going to be wary of this because they haven't seen the chip and the map anywhere, so you have to be careful. Will they guess that bush, though? Being the place where Witty is hiding in. Toy might be the most apparent victim, but so far he's just clearing the lane, and Witty is just left unattended to.
He is sweet. He's spending a lot of time there pitching up a tent.
A bonfire as well.
Exactly.
Marshmallows.
Now for Team Liquid ID, they're still waiting for a big moment. RRQ, though, they might consider that RRQ aren't really where they were expecting in the previous engagement. Again, Witty, very patient there. RRQ has a lot of wave clear available to them, though. So they have a lot of ways to kind of avoid staying in the lane for too long and allowing Team Liquid ID to go for some of those big, dangerous dives they were doing. Sutsujin.
He's not going to go for it.
No.
What is he waiting for?
Well, the thing is about going on a Suyo, he has 2 flickers. You don't want to just randomly go in.
Blade Surge and the Queller as well. A tap mode, so obviously that is an escape route for the Suyo or the Sasuke in this game. But RRQ, they're moving in unison. Kyo and Aran might be in trouble, but no. Oh, waiting from the back!
Uh-oh, there you go. Toy going to be engaged upon now. Time of blades with the Defiant Blade. Tsunami Slam.
Tsunami Slam locks Fabian in place, and Fabian is down!
But Kyo staying alive. Edok now jumping in the back. Witty! Great peel! Yeah, skill. Put in the lantern, slamming him down to the ground as Edok will be gunned down by Kyo's on a killing spree.
It's just Sutsujin left alive
Darren mencoba
to
memakan
tell the
Yehes.
tale of a young stallion dodging into him. And it's Fabian biting the bullet, but still, TLID, they prevail. What a peel from Witty.
Stopping Edok from trying to get the kill there. That was definitely a timing type of moment there. The gold lead, though, despite that massive swing, is still below 1.5k. That's interesting, man. The whole time that was happening, Sutsujin is just power farming.
Oh,
Steal!
What? From out of nowhere!
Traction pulse, more like turtle pulse.
That is not so
Tembak
accurate lore-wise Stormtrooper.
Oh boy, Sutsujin was trying to be efficient, not use the retribution, trying to outfarm Fabian. He's a level ahead still, but that traction pulse, he didn't see that one coming.
Oh, this feels like a new and fresh TLID roster. But they have been keeping the same core over and over again.
Serba salah di jungler tuh.
RRQ no less, so no respect shown to the kingdom that RRQ has been building, and so far the question becomes, how does RRQ escape this death hole?
They have to wait for a big play moment later on, but honestly, they don't have a lot of big playmaking tools that can shut down Team Liquid ID immediately. The fact is, with this kind of composition, if you take out one person, they're not exactly out of the game just yet. Not to mention, with Fabian having so much pressure, whenever he goes in anywhere close to RRQ, they're immediately forced to recognize that threat and react to it. And that's something that makes it very difficult for RRQ to come up with a proper, reliable game plan. They have to kind of adapt on the fly depending on how Fabian plays it out.
And now, for the time being, RRQ in the back foot, stomped upon by TLID. 30 seconds towards the Lord, and Aran is just hiding in the back. Dyron might want to try to disrupt this, but no. Spread popped. That might be information for TLID. Holy Crystal for Kyo.
Ooh.
So he is going to be a menace. 8 minutes, by the way, counting towards 9.
Very quick, and he went for the Sky Piercer as well with the concentrated energy.
Wow.
So his sustain in these fights, unless RRQ are able to just gun him down immediately, shut him down outright, he's gonna be able to heal up in the fight, or even outside of the fight from the jungle minions or the lane minions. With the Lord coming up right here, Witty already in position to go for some kind of punish.
I like the way that they're playing together, Fabian and Witty. It feels like Fabian's gonna always have a safeguard in case he gets picked off. The shortcut will always be ready and just steadfast for TLID. For now, Lord still not enticing enough for both teams. Susujin will put his blades onto the Lord.
Lord started by Rrq. It looks like they want to blitz it before the chip can get the advantage, but now it's giving a shortcut to the back line. Rin's gonna be caught, still able to flicker out now, but fine blade from Fabian into Toy.
Susujin might be caught, but no, he's still chased down. Edok.
The fight was split up. Fabian wanted to go for more. Rrq have lost their jungler. A green light for TLID to secure the neutral objective. They clear out mid first. Endless battle for Fabian. Tyrant, Lancer Flare on him. Now it's Witty with the crash course over to Edok. Fabian, no purple.
Oh, that's a big loss. Rrq, no Sutsujin, no Suyo.
Nabrak beli kena Edok.
Down to the ground, is that the big bomb? Now Tyrant forced to flicker out.
They're running the clock down though, so Sutsujin is up and running again. They might recontest this, but for now it's TLID getting their hands on the Lord. That's quickly bursted down.
There's nothing that Rrq can do about it. Team look at ID, even after a decisive moment, even after securing the kill onto Sutsujin, they understand that Rrq don't have cards to play. They were willing to reset the Lord and stall it out for as long as necessary because they know Rrq have their backs against the wall. Now with the Lord in the picture, Rrq, they have the weave clear, but do they have enough damage to continue fighting after clearing the Lord? That is what Team Liquid ID have to be looking for.
Ooh, traction pulse. Mid lane going to be threatened. Rrq still able to defend. But look at the way that they are manipulating the waves. Super smart by TLID. Tsunami Slam, Bennett Rage, everything used onto Arhan. He has immortality though. Divine Blade to the back line. Fabian pops in the time of the blaze now. Gets away too.
Ooh, he has to run away. Takes 2 turret shots to his body. And almost going down as well. But for now, TLID, they take control of mid, bottom side as well is going to crash alongside the Lord. So Rrq, they have to stop this Lord from charging into the base as well.
They're seeing the damage potential coming through from Rrq though. Fabian, you know, he was able to dodge away from a lot of those damage, the damage tools, but he got quite low in that initial play there. So the longer the game goes, with some more items in the inventory slots of Rins and Toy in particular, Fabian's going to be more and more limited in when and where he can go in without getting punished.
This traction pulse is going to be an ever-looming threat for Rrq, so they have to really space themselves out of the entirety of TLID.
Witty.
And you have someone charging in, Witty. Still waiting for the crash course, but no, he won't commit to that. So Rrq will play the slow game, the long game, and not attend to TLID's wishes.
Purple buff angle there from Team Liquid ID, but again, they're not feeling the urgency to try and do anything too crazy. Now, I do wonder if Toy is as comfortable on this Beatrix, because we haven't been seeing a lot of crazy weapon swaps, a lot of crazy outplays coming out of this Beatrix. And against a team like Team Liquid ID, you want to be a bit more flexible in these fights, man.
Wind of Nature, by the way, for Toy. That'll certainly help him in his escape when the Link tries to go for him.
Same thing for Kyo, though.
Yeah.
But again, as Toy, how do you want to deal with the nature, right? You have a Ran charging into you, and then you have a ninja with 4 swords, or 5 even, if he's just flying around, and then you have Kyo just shooting.
Is he a ninja?
He's more of
a swordsman.
Yeah, he's a swordsman. My bad. We're still in the theme of Naruto, by the way. So
Sutsujin is the ninja. He's
that's true.
My ninja.
He's an Uchiha.
Oh boy, 6K gold lead Rrq, trying their best to delay, to try and find an angle here. They do have pick-off, that's the only thing they have, though. Kyo!
Makan Kyo tuh.
Walking into the wrong bush, mounted on!
Mati dong.
Good night, Kyo down, the assassin!
Ngawur jalannya Cok, Kyo Cok.
Oh no, when you... Edok?
What a flicker!
Flickers forward. Overestimates his flicker range.
They're stalling this. With Kyo gone, they have no clear-cut angle to get the Lord because
Mana
they
sekarang
know Vince is down and E-Dog has no flicker.
Blue langsung
He
naik
goes
aja.
to the lift off.
E-Dog's dead.
Mati
You can
dong.
call him dead already. Fabian takes him down. In the backline, Witty jumping in again. Toy able to flicker out the safety. Yes, kill! Lifts him back up! Throws him to the ground!
He's gone and Iron next to the chopping block. The tempest of
Raten, Fabian.
Too quick, the usurper mounted on by Tyron.
Link terkuat.
He won't be able to escape this one. Oh, Sky pierced.
Oh my goodness, RRQ. On a thin thread. They cling on. And Kyo almost taken down for the second time. But now the Lord is theirs.
Big moment from RRQ though. All things considered, losing the fight afterwards and the Lord, they are a 5k deficit, but they've got a decent chunk of gold from that play, taking Kyo out. Unfortunately, again, without the playmaking tools available, even when they had a man advantage, even when they knew Team Liquid ID had no gold laner, they could not force anything. E-Dog tried so hard to try and make the plays happen, but it wasn't possible. It wasn't available. With the wave pushing for RRQ in the bottom side, Team Liquid ID, do they want to clear that too, or do they want to use that and allow the wave to just push out organically? Now Fabian comes through. It's going to be a 3-wave set here. Team Liquid ID have the mobility to make that happen.
Yeah. And now pushing to lanes as well. 3 if you make of that mid lane.
Kita coba
And,
teori
so
khusus
far,
sehat.
real-time victory rate by the Samsung Galaxy S25 series, 83% for TLID. This is the reality of the revolution coming in towards the
Reality
kingdom.
of the revolution coming in.
RRQ still holding on towards their castle.
Now, it's no revolution, realize. The ones holding the crown still from last season. Whoa, our TLID. Witty.
Witty?
A shortcut. It
It
was a diversion. Immobilized, Rins, caught in the bad spot, still able to survive. Kill, very low. Lord still on it. That's going to be a base to take it down up top as TLID look for it. Kill. Looking for the shots. Good clear. E-Dog. Tsunami Slam finding Aram, but he's able to flicker out. Now Fabian jumps into the back line. Rins able to flicker out, but Fabian gets out as well.
The usurper penetrates the castle walls, but no door opened. And RRQ still able to keep their base intact. They're going for another engage. Traction pulse.
Immobilize, poke onto Dyron. Uses the spread. E-Dog with the dash out. Fabian with the flank. Doesn't get any position to actually force it, but the purple buff will be taken away. Now a conceal from E-Dog.
Aran might spot this.
Flicker, Tsunami Slam, Bennett's Rage, Aran gets away, Winnie Hawks in the shortcut in the midst of it all now. No one takes it, but Tyron has been left all alone. Fabian knows Rins does not have a flicker. The traction pulse goes wide.
Man, both teams going toe-to-toe here. RRQ, whoa. What is going on here?
Confidence.
Towers are gonna fall. Team Liquid ID know they have a chance here.
Onto the back, Toy with the nature still. Toy able to cut away for a bit. Yes, kill!
Oh, RRQ, they're crumbling. The Kings of Kings down to 2
2-0
men. Sutsujin and Rins has to defend this. Traction pulse pop. The crystal wide open.
5 seconds on Tyron. Fabian walks up onto Rins, finds the kill. You saw it, RRQ were the ones who could stand above the rest in Season 15. But the defending champions have returned.
This is no revolution. This is a title defense. And this is a statement. TLID wrap up the game 2-0. And the kingdom shook once more.
Dia blunder sekali doang.
A tough day for the kingdom. It wasn't even competitive. It wasn't even a 3-game series. Team Liquid ID back in form on their signature heroes. They have decimated RRQ.
2-0 back-to-back losses for the kingdom. Against Dewa and now against TLID. That is a 6th-placer team and then an 8th-place team.
RRQ still yet to be crowned the champions of the regular season. If it's a team, if it's someone, if it's an entity to spoil their party, to spoil their plans, it's always going to be Team Liquid ID with the usurper as well. And up on stage are the cavalry and the young stallions. alongside Bude, Clara, Mongstar.
Match penutupan untuk tim Liquid ID ditutup dengan manis dan bahkan dengan pembalasan dendam. Inilah dia kemenangan yang akhirnya didapatkan melawan tim Rrq. Kyo, kamu hadir di sini memang khusus untuk menutup match kalian di season 15.
Langsung disuruh coach main aja katanya, buat penutupan.
Buat penutupan, ini hadir dengan vibes yang berbeda ya. Kyo, kenapa rambutnya sekarang hitam semua?
Udah kangen hitam.
Oke, kangen hitam. Mau jadi kuda hitam juga nih?
Enggak dong.
Enggak, tapi memang ya kita melihat bahwa ini adalah pembalasan dendam yang mungkin dinantikan. Leg 1, tim Liquid kalah 2-0. Sekarang kalian balas juga dengan 2-0. Apa nih Kyo?
Peringkat 5 dia.
Kalian hari ini?
Kita udah improve sih di scrim.
Udah improve?
Iya.
Secepat itu kalian improve sehingga bisa balas dendam secepat ini juga?
Iya dong.
Cepet banget ya. Apakah kalian mulai bersiap diri untuk babak playoff?
Betul.
Betul. Tapi kalau Bude penasaran, ini kan posisi dari tim Liquid mulai di regular ini, hari ini, itu posisinya 6. Melawan Rrq yang nomor 1. Apa nih, Kyo mikirnya gimana tentang match ini?
Pokoknya harus menang, itu tuh.
Kenapa harus menang Kyo?
Buat penutupan yang indah, penutupan yang indah.
Penutupan yang indah. Tapi 2-0 ini kayaknya lancar banget ya.
Iya.
Iya, lancar. Gimana hari ini melawan Toy? Kalian kan
Yes,
bisa dibilang
ngelamun doang,
dua rookie yang sedang diperbincangkan juga. Di mana season ini itu kalian benar-benar menjadi pusat perhatian. Gimana sih pertarungan kalian di gold lane, Kyo?
Sengit sih, Toy jago.
Jago bagian apa? Kasih tahu dong, Kyo.
Dalam landing phase-nya.
Landing phase-nya. Kalau Kyo jagonya di mananya?
Landing phase sama war dong.
Oh, kalau tadi Toy cuma landing phase aja
Itu
berarti?
doang.
Enggak, war dia juga jago.
Jadi dua-duanya jago sama-sama dong?
Iya.
Nggak ada bedanya dong
Ya
berdua?
berani ngatain
Cuman
Rrq Jo.
ini digendong sama 4 orang ini aja.
Oke, 4 orang ini aja. Di sampingnya sudah Yeskiel. Yeskiel. Aduh Yeskiel,
Ya, bro.
season ini nggak bisa upper break kan?
Iya,
Gimana kalian menghadapi season ini nih?
prosesnya naik turun sebenarnya, jadi lebih berwarna aja.
Jadi lebih berwarna, tapi kan bisa dibilang kayak mulai dari play-in, challenge-nya besar. Untuk tim Liquid, gimana menghadapi challenge ini?
Pasti lebih semangat sebenarnya karena kita dari play-in dari bawah.
Lebih semangat. Tapi ada serem gak sih? Karena kita tahu kita ya dari sepanjang sejarah, kalau juara itu biasanya dari upper bracket. Kan ada pernah kepikiran, aduh ini bisa nggak mematahkan history ini?
Bisa bro.
Bisa. Tentu saja semua harus percaya diri karena dari apapun bisa terjadi di babak playoff. Tapi kalau dari penutupan minggu ini, kalian hanya bermain sekali dan ini memang kualitas Liquid sedang kalian pertunjukkan di sini.
Iya bro, kita bakal tunjukin kualitas kita walaupun match ini nggak begitu penting kan. Nggak berpengaruh di regular season, cuman kita tetap tunjukin yang terbaik.
Menunjukkan yang terbaik. Dan kalau ngelihat dari Favian yang dari tadi kayak lompat-lompat terus di Land of Down, capek nggak main Link 2 game?
Seru Bude, soalnya Prime Link Favian is back.
Iya. Baca tadi rambling pun biar ispak.
Link is back. Kenapa bisa back nih Prime-nya?
Karena kemarin-kemarin nggak dikasih link, jadi mau tunjukin di sini aja sih. Karena emang linkku emang jago banget.
Memang, tapi
Emang jago
terbukti
banget.
one-sided di game pertama, game kedua juga cukup mendominasi. Tapi, udah penasaran, apa reaksimu ketika Link Favian
自分に
dilepas?
嘘をつくような奴は
Wah.
嫌いだ。
Gokil sih Bude, karena emang aduh gua nggak jadi deh Bude. Nggak mau gua.
Kenapa gak jadi?
Emang mungkin kan Link sekarang nggak meta kan, jadi emang dilepas aja gitu.
お前みたく
Tapi kan Link Favian
強
beda,
く
tapi Fanny
かっ
memang
こよく
baru
なり
lepas
た
nih
く
ya.
てずっ
Ya,
と
kalau si
お
abang
前
pelit
の
tuh
後
dia
を
nggak
追い
mau
かけ
lepas
てた。
Fanny. Katanya dongeng kan, ya udah. Tapi pelit mungkin dia, mungkin masih respect lah.
Kalau ketemu di playoff mungkin ya.
Ya mungkin di playoff kali.
Kali ya kalau ketemu. Tapi hari ini hasil 2-0 balas dendam yang cukup manis. Gimana sih cara Favian untuk balas dendam di leg kedua ini untuk RRQ? Kekalahan di leg pertama, pelajaran apa yang kamu dapatkan terus kamu bisa maksimalkan di leg kedua lawan RRQ nih?
Mungkin di leg 1 kita terlalu terleha-leha kali Bude. Jadi di end gampang kan 9 menit waktu itu kan. Jadi ya kita di situ merasa terpukul lah. Jadi ya di leg 2 ini kita tunjukin sih.
Dan sudah dibuktikan juga dengan 2-0, dibalas dengan 2-0. Dan Budi juga dengar dari para banyak yang bilang, ini kalau dari Widi permainanmu agak berbeda di regular season 15 ini. Apakah naik turunnya dari tim Liquid ini sesuai dengan playstyle Widi yang inisiasi dari Widi biasanya itu diandalkan?
Mungkin iya sih Bude, itu
East
juga jadi
point
salah
10
satu
minute.
faktor kan. Soalnya ini season ini emang semuanya udah jago dan 5-5-nya emang harus keep up. Kalau ada salah satu yang under pasti berasa banget lah di hasilnya.
Oke, tapi kalau pola permainan dari Widi memang sengaja lagi coba-coba inisiasi dan lebih backup atau seperti itu? Atau memang ada perubahan playstyle dari Widi yang sedang Widi kembangkan?
Kalau buat match ini emang aku banyak ganti gameplay sih, lebih sabar aja dan lebih punya POV yang luas aja biar inisiasinya matang. Gitu.
Biar inisiasinya matang. Tapi sematang apa nih tim Liquid untuk masuk ke dalam play-in dari Widi?
Apa ya, mungkin dianggap 0 aja sih Bude, biar kita lebih semangat lagi dan bisa push the limit lah buat playoff gitu.
Buat playoff, karena benar-benar ini adalah match penutupan di babak regular season. Dan dengan hasil ini, kalau kata Godiva sih 20%, tapi kalian berhasil membawa 20% ini dengan kemenangan. Dan kalau kata Godiva juga, katanya asal jangan lawan tim Onyx, kalian akan aman di babak play-in. Setuju nggak akan hal itu, Widi?
Nggak setuju sih, karena kalau kita kan mau jadi juara kan, jadi ya mau siapapun lawannya kita harus bisa menangin lawan mereka.
Harus bisa menangin lawan mereka. Dan tentu menariknya dari Aran yang rambutnya, Ran,
Oh Bude,
warna apa itu Ran?
warna merah. Ini tandanya semangat baru.
Wih, semangat baru akan apa
Kan
Aran?
ungu.
Apa?
Semangat baru apa nih?
Ya semangat baru lah biar kita, biar aku refresh aja sih Bude. Jadi kayak ganti warna, ganti aura baru aja sih.
Ganti aura baru, jadi TLID. Tapi dari Aran sendiri, ngelihat ini udah berubah gak sih TLID mainnya? Menurutmu ini memang dari TLID-nya yang lagi naik atau mungkin RRQ yang lengah karena mereka udah dapat upper bracket, mereka sudah aman, atau kaliannya yang keep up?
Kalau aku ngerasanya game tadi sih digendong Favian doang, jadi kayak gampang aja sih gamenya.
Wus. Jadi Faviannya yang up nih.
Ya.
Faviannya up.
Hmm.
Gitu Favian. Dengan senyumnya.
Iya.
Dan menarik sekali tentunya kalau hari ini udah berhasil 2-0.
Begitu,
Dan
Favian.
mungkin ada yang
Begitu,
mau kamu
Favian.
sampaikan gak sih dengan penutupan juga match ini di regular season?
Tunggu comeback kita di play nanti guys, playoff. Thank you.
Thank you, itu dari Aran. Kasih tau dong, Widi apa Widi untuk playoff? Apa nih yang harus kita nantikan? Dari, mungkin ada yang mau disampaikan untuk babak playoff dari Widi?
Kayaknya Favian sih Bude.
Widi juga dong, Widi juga.
Apa ya? Ditunggu aja guys hasil terbaik dari kita bakal kasih yang terbaik dan push the limit.
Push the limit. Favian yang jago yang habis gendong-gendong.
Apa?
Kasih sesuatu dong, kisi-kisi untuk babak playoff, sesuatu yang ingin disampaikan untuk babak playoff.
Yo, ubur-ubur ikan lele.
Cakep.
Jangan lupa nonton playoff le.
Weh, mantap.
Mantap.
Keren. Yes, Kiel?
Ya mantap.
Oke, mantap. Oke, Kyo. Kasih Kyo untuk babak playoff nih.
Thank you buat The Calvary udah nonton. Jangan lupa nonton di playoff ya, kita bakal menangin semua gamenya.
Amin.
Dan itulah dia penutupan pula untuk regular season dari tim Liquid. Mereka berhasil menutup regular dengan hasil yang manis 2-0 dan game yang sangat memukau. Sambutlah The Cavalries. Inilah dia tim Liquid ID. semuanya sedang merayakan, namun kita akan merayakannya lebih lagi dengan GoPay hadiah GG. Di mana kalian akan mendapatkan GoPay
Top GoPay. Goblok. Kaget tuh. Jangan sayangkan petir tanaman saya dong. Tanaman saya bang, kanain petir bang. Petir. Di tanaman saya petir. Gitu doang. Jam sekarang jandel. Nice deal. I will make a deal. In 1 hour from now, if we have 5 MCCU, I will run an event. Apa itu eventnya?